on how to handle a situation because I don't know.
Oh God, please.
I turn into a hothead and I need someone to
oh gosh.
tell me what's the right
Lay
way
it
to
on
do
me.
it.
What's good?
Well, first off, who do you want out this week? Because I've been hearing all kinds of shit and I wanted to see you say it.
For me, personally, I don't really care.
Okay. That's a good point to start.
They both, no, I just truly, they're both going to have to go at some point.
Yeah.
We're not going to be moving forward with them, obviously.
Yeah.
I originally was thinking that I would rather sit on the block beside Ryan than Merritt.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I'd feel more comfortable sitting beside Ryan than sitting beside Merritt.
Right.
But we have the numbers regardless at this point, so we don't really have to think like that anymore. Yeah. Necessarily.
Yeah.
And I know Ryan's been, like, rubbing people the wrong way by being like, I'm so safe, it's gonna be an 8-0 vote, da-da-da. Apparently he's saying all this shit.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to talk to you about, but that was like yesterday, so I'm sure you've already heard about it.
Yeah, and like that doesn't sit well with me.
Yeah.
Because I told him, I was like, Ryan, like, either way, I don't benefit, like, my game doesn't benefit from you sitting in jury. Like, I don't care if you're here one more week or if you're here and gone this, like, I don't care.
Yeah.
I really don't. But in the same breath, I know he has vocalized that he's going after Liv and Allie for putting him up. So this is one of those circumstances where it's like,
you want to protect your own.
How can I not get behind the idea? Because, like, Allie came up to me and was like, can I talk to you? She's like, I know you want Marin, like you were thinking Marin, but can I just, like, give you my points as to why I feel like I would want to vote to evict Ryan? Right. And she's like, I know regardless, you're not going to force anyone's hand to do anything one way or the other, because I'm not.
Yeah.
I would never be like,
really
we're voting my way. No.
Yeah.
It's each individual game. Everyone has to take ownership of their own decisions. And if I have to sit there and be like, I don't care either way, so that people just do what they want to do, then absolutely, so be it.
Yeah.
But after hearing her points out about why they would like him gone, I get it. And I support it.
She told me this morning her points too.
Yeah. And they're good points.
Yeah.
I've also not heard anyone make any counterpoints. Like, I've not heard anyone say that there's a pro to keeping him.
Yeah. Because I knew that whoever gets him out is going to be burned, because he's going to be in their ear the entire time about that person not winning, and he's going to come up with 1.5 million reasons.
Yeah.
Why 1.5 million was that?
No, but literally 1.5 million reasons
of why that person shouldn't win.
Yeah.
Like, the things that he says are just like, and has an amazing brain. Like, he's very smart, but it's just like the things he thinks about, I'm like, damn, I wish I thought that deeply about stuff. Like, he said to, I can't remember if it was Kayla or Maddie, whoever was the one that won the, you know how we're playing that Zoomy game? Oh, it must have not been Maddie, because Maddie already knew the game. But he said to Kayla, he was like, you're such a comp piece. And she's like, what do you mean? And he's like, you know, you went from not knowing how to play that game to winning it. You're such a fast learner. This, and it's like things he comes up with, or like with me with hot sauce, like things he comes up with. I'm like, who even thinks that? It's like,
like crazy. That hot sauce, that was a big point for me too. I literally, when you did the hot sauce thing, I was like, it wasn't about you being a comp beast.
Yeah.
It was about the fact that, one, it showed how competitive you are.
Yeah.
Which is awesome, which is great.
I am competitive, yeah.
Absolutely, so am I.
It pisses me off when I see both throw shit.
Yeah, I know, I agree.
And it sucks that I just haven't been good enough.
I've tried. I tried to throw Fisherman's Barf. I tried so hard to throw it.
You didn't have it in your, like, blood to...
I couldn't even do it.
Yeah.
Because something inside me just, like, takes over, where I'm like, okay, no, I want to win this.
It's like what you said, the point that you made was right. You're like, if I could have played a low-key game, I would have. And I recognize what you're saying. But to me, it's like not in my... I'd rather go home a couple weeks earlier and have made a name for myself than... What, like, be a fucking floater that goes, 2 extra weeks, but did nothing in the game, and no one even knows who Paris was. Yeah. That's why in my head it's like, Like I want to have that moment where like,
You, like,
God
yeah.
forbid, like you're on the block and everyone's like, oh, we're getting your car, and I fucking win the veto, put it around your neck, and just
Yeah.
like I want to have
Yeah.
that moment. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like where everyone's like not even expect like Paris and Erica, like
Yeah, which is so funny because that would
Like,
be the
I-
least likely combination.
right.
You
And
know
I
what I
just
mean?
I want to see people's faces. Like I want to have that moment where everyone's like, you know, like I want to fucking shake up the house in that sense.
It's hard though because like, as much as I would appreciate you doing that,
Yeah.
you also have people to consider in this house as well. Where it's like, you've got your group too. You know what I mean? And it's like,
That's the other thing that I like.
Yeah.
That's the thing I want to get your advice on. Because Ryan, like, brought it up again, being like, so you, Johnny, Maddie, and Will have a Final Four.
I
And
heard
here's the
that
thing.
too.
It's not sitting well with me.
Yeah.
And I'm the type of person where it's like, I would brush it under the rug if it was the case. I wouldn't
Yeah.
keep being
Yeah,
stuck
you'd just
on
be
it.
like, oh, haha,
But I really
anyway.
want, exactly. But because it's not, I want to be
Yeah.
like, so Will asked him last night because he brought it up to Will and Maddie again. And like, because it's clearly not a thing, they were pissed about it too, and they tried to get out of him who it was. And he said, Allie.
Okay, that's not what happened. That's
No?
literally not what happened because I know the conversation that happened.
Yeah.
It's not. No, okay, so essentially she was saying that because he was like, why? Ryan was grilling Allie because she was telling me about this earlier. And it's funny that you bring it up because I'm glad I had a conversation with her prior to
Yeah.
this so I can squash this. And again, this is just what she's telling me.
Right.
So who the hell knows? But I just, from both sides. So apparently her and Ryan were having a conversation about who she put up during the double and why she put him up and all this stuff, whatever. And I think she was trying to like cover her ass mostly. But more than that, I think it was like, I'm trying to think of how this came up. He was saying, well, first he asked, he asked why she didn't put up Maddie because she was like, Maddie was an original consideration to go up. But she was like, I was very surprised at the reaction of like people who wanted to keep Maddie in the game, which might have been like something that she's like, okay, maybe I didn't consider Maddie's potential. I can't squash it just yet and burn bridges with people in this house kind of thing, whatever. And that's kind of where she left it, apparently. And then Ryan made this like, oh, well, whatever, in a Final Four. And Allie actually pulled Ryan aside in the White Room to be like, that's not a thing. Do not put words in my mouth, whatever, and kind of like squash it.
Okay, because like,
And so apparently that's like him taking little tidbits of information here and there.
yeah.
And it's funny because, and it's probably because of me too, but when him and I were having a conversation in this room, he was like, Erica, you're a lone wolf in this game, and then there are the pairs. Then there are the pairs, and then like whoever is left over. And I was like, yeah, well, that's Maddie, Paris, Will, and Johnny besides them. And I was like, and Marin and you, like whatever. And he was like, exactly, yeah, whatever. So if he took her information and coupled it with me naming all the other people in the house, or if he just like had that in his head already,
Yeah.
100%, I think he's just pulling it out of thin
Because
air.
like to me, it's like if something untrue
I don't
is
think
being
people
said
think
about
that.
me, the way I do it is put Allie and Ryan in a room and be like,
What the
one of you
hell?
lied. Who was it?
Yeah.
I'd like to hear it.
No, I don't.
Because if it's like I don't want my fucking name thrown into some alliance that I didn't make. If I made it,
Yeah.
I'd just be like, haha, let's not talk about
It's
it.
pretty clear that
So
you're
it's
not.
like-
You guys aren't in an alliance.
I mean, that night that we talked about it,
Yeah.
don't get me wrong, I definitely had my paranoia about the three of them.
Yeah.
I asked Will and I asked Maddie, and they both said no. So unless they're lying in my face,
Which maybe they are, but who
maybe
cares?
they are. But like to me, it was just a very unlikely thing to hear because I've heard people say a bunch like me, Will, and Maddie.
Yeah.
I'd heard that a lot, but
Me
it's
too.
like I'd seen Will and Maddie get close to Johnny, but I
didn't feel that same, yeah.
Yeah. So then I was like, why is my name being dragged into this when I haven't even?
I think it's just like a guilty by association kind of thing.
Yeah. So then, not to worry about it. Then I guess.
I wouldn't worry about it
Because I like.
because it doesn't matter.
That's the way I. like, I don't know, being associated with something that, like, I clearly don't have.
Yeah.
It's, like, really freaking annoying.
Yeah, honestly,
It just puts a
I would
target in your
just
bag.
remember it, compartmentalize it, fade it.
Yeah.
Where it's like, remember that this was something that you heard,
Yeah.
and definitely be on alert.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's good for your game to even start.
Fair.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, cause why? Like, why? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then that'll be one of those things where it's like, if her or Liv get power, we'll see. And it's just unfortunate because it's like, at that point, you still gotta put people up.
Yeah.
And that's low-key scary. Because as numbers start to wind down,
Yeah.
anything can fucking happen. And that's what's terrifying about this. And that's why I'm like scared as hell.
For sure.
Like, I just
don't-
always constantly feel paranoid. I never feel this paranoid in my daily life. I'm
Yeah.
not a paranoid or an anxious person at all. And in here, I'm like, I think I'm okay. And then I'm like, 2 seconds later, I'm like, everybody hates me and is trying to plot against me and is gonna backdoor me and I'm gonna be out on my fucking ass. Like, it's so weird how this game plays with your
I don't
mind.
think anyone's going for you for a while.
I don't know.
Like,
man.
I'm sure you should be expecting it, as you said, when numbers wind down.
Yeah.
But, like, really, like, not for a while.
It's not that long away.
But, like, think about it this way. If Liv wins, you're not going up.
Yeah.
So it's a matter of, like...
Yo.
Hey.
Come on in, please.
Yeah.
I don't know where it is. Maybe. We'll see. I don't know.